We are talking to the women who have the kids, who have the crazy life, who are trying to make it happen, and they can make it happen with our amazing business. So I'm glad to have you guys here tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy January something. January
11,
11th.
11, 11.
I do not know what day it is, and that's okay. I'm
On
here. I'm
Monday.
excited. And Zulema is at gymnastics, so proud of you and making it work no matter where you are. Look at Dee and her beautiful
Wow.
red. Woo! I love that. And Chrissy's on. Whoop, whoop. Amy's on. Christine's on. Now we've got a couple other people who need to jump on because they're speaking tonight. So we're glad you guys are on. And Vicki and I have been chatting for the last 20 minutes. So that's always special. I love that. Like a treat to me. So we're excited you guys are on, and we are going to go ahead and get started because you guys have things to do tonight, and that includes calling customers. Yay, yay, yay. All right, so let me go to our slideshow, and come on, do the start. Start from the beginning. Thank you very much. Don't you love it when technology works? So happy January. Make your Mary Kay dream come true in 2022. So excited about this new year and how we are going to make it happen in 2022. It's funny, Joan Teal, y'all know she works like the midnight shift and all that. So she's at work right now, but she sent me an email and she goes, I'm so excited that it's a new year, 2020. And I'm like, oh, honey, you really need to get some sleep because it's 2022. And she was like, oh, yeah. But Isaiah 43:19, our verse this month, behold, I will do a new thing that springs out now. Don't you know it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. So no matter how dry it looks out there, no matter what it looks like as far as, what your possibilities are, there is a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. And you guys are getting on late. I'm going to send y'all the link to the Alicia Keys song we just heard, Superwoman. It is amazing. Okay, Andrea, talk to us a little bit. Wait. So you want to do it right here? Or you want to do IPAs first?
No, there's the link.
Okay, you want me to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to kind of go back a little bit, and we're going to talk to you guys a little bit tonight about why Mary Kay is so amazing, but we want to kick it off with this. So let's see if I can make this happen without
This is your living room slash
yeah, this is our commercial. Ignore this, ignore this, ignore this. There you go. All right.
Mary Kay, you have mentored so many of us. And did you know that we, your nationals and directors,
I can't hear it.
Okay, I'm going to turn it up.
our heritage here and in every country we open? And Mary Kay, how did you know that we would forever be blessed by following the golden rule?
We can't hear it.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, try now. I can.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes, now, but we couldn't hear you a second ago. Start over.
Mary Kay, you have mentored so many of us. And did you know that we, your nationals and directors, welcome our responsibility to pass on our heritage here in every country we open? And Mary Kay, how did you know that we would forever be blessed by following the golden rule, taking God as our partner and keeping our priorities in order? Mary Kay, did you know we were watching when you were kind to the waitresses, maids, mailmen, cooks, clerks, and that we learned it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice? Did you know when your husband Mel passed away, and you still attended the conference in St. Louis, you taught us strength and commitment and responsibility, and to put on a happy face? And did you know that we were always confident that you and our company would do the right thing? And that gave us security, and we learned integrity. And did you know we were watching when you stood in your heels for hours and hours, greeting each of us warmly, that you taught us tolerance and humility and patience? And did you know that we saved all your letters, and that your thank you notes taught us to do the same, and the importance of gratitude and appreciation? And Mary Kay, how did you know that we stood firm to dressing like a lady while current trends were different, that you taught us fashion is fickle and style is always, that we would one day be identified with class and style? Mary Kay, did you know that your nationals, the keepers of your dream, would one day reach 200 and then 300 and on, and that we would cherish the privilege to represent you? Did you know that when you were no longer able to be with us physically, we felt your presence still and your love, and we welcomed the responsibility to carry on your legacy even more? And did you know way back when that one day you would establish a charitable foundation inspired with our support? And from that, we experienced joy and learned humanitarianism. Mary Kay, did you have any idea that one day we would join hands and hearts, creating a loving sisterhood around the world? Because though we speak different languages, we all embrace the same Mary Kay principles and philosophies. And did you know that the business and people skills you taught us would one day be quoted, copied, envied, published, embraced, and admired by many from all walks of life? And Mary Kay, do you have any idea the multitude of lives that have been touched because of you and your dream? Not only ours, but our children's and their children's and all the children still to come. You always said we'd make a difference in this old world, and we are. And lastly, Mary Kay, do you know that our hearts beat in sync with yours? We're proud of our heritage and traditions in you. We know we're special, and God is smiling with approval, and we believe the best is yet to come.
You have to embrace your dream with all of your might and work at it every single day with love-filled intensity. We have a mission to share our love and our energies and our hopes and our dreams and our superior products and our abundant way of life. And in doing this, you will be blessed beyond measure with all the riches of life. This is what we call living the Mary Kay dream.
Wow.
Mm. Special.
Any comments? That had to touch your heart.
Oh, if I may, yes. And there was something that actually, there was a couple of things that pointed out to me, or that were pointed out to me. See this, Andrea? Do you remember this?
Yeah.
This is in my yoga certification notes that I look at pretty much every day. It's my bookmark. And I have the other one. It is inside of my weekly planner that I use for social media, both of which I look at every single day. And so when the notes, that part came up, I'm like, that's Andrea. Andrea does that. So I think about the notes and how personal our business is. And it's like growing up, we had that. And it was so powerful. Like I remember getting excited when I got letters and cards in the mail. So getting them from leaders is very, very important. And I know that you don't have a lot of time either, but when leaders take the time out to send these little things, those make a huge, huge difference. And then I take the universe into my business and I put that into the message for today. The universe is my partner. So very, very, very powerful. And I hope that through time I can be as personable and humble and yet classy and professional as she is, and as both you and Joe are.
Thank you. It's awesome.
By the way, how are you feeling, Andrea? Your voice is better, right?
Yeah, I'm much better. Thank you.
Okay, good. You sounded a little rough on the edges this morning.
Yeah.
She did. I was like, what cigar you been smoking, girl? Andrea's fighting a little bit of a cold, and you know, it's that smoky, sexy voice. All right. Well, I'm excited you guys are on, and I'm excited that that D, you're taking the universe as your partner. I say take the creator of the universe as your partner, girl. Take it up a step. But you are doing great. You look great. We're so excited you're here. We've all been praying for your surgery. I know you've got a long way to go, girlfriend. Oh, it's so attractive. Let me tell you, I love it. And you're wearing red and black, and that's University of Georgia colors. Go Dogs. Yes, national champs. I just was going to throw that in there real quick. So I want to go back to the slideshow because we do have a lot of fun things that are going to go on tonight. Let me get out of this. This always takes me a minute to figure all this out. Where are you? Go away. Thank you. And let's go back to our slideshow. So we're going to talk about Ignite in a few minutes, but Andrea, can you do the IPA countdown for our pop forms?
I'd love to. Okay, so since last week, let's count up our IPAs, income producing activities. And there's nothing more exciting than just being in action. Action cures all negative attitudes.
Yep.
So if you had at least 5 IPAs, put your hand up so we can see you. Keep them up. This is a monthly tracking, and when you turn it in, of course, you get recognition from us in the newsletter, but keep your hands up. I can only see a certain amount of people at a time. Okay, I see D, and I see
Christine.
Hey, Fran, you need to put your hand up. You had 3 faces last night. Oh, good. Okay,
Oh,
good.
there you go, girl. There
I
you
know
go.
she's been working it, man.
I love
Okay,
it.
keep them up if you have 10. Keep it up. I know Amy's got 10. Okay, Miss Amy seems to be our queen. How many did you have for the week? 15. Excellent. Excellent. And as you see over on the side, you really can look at IPAs, help you to see what kind of level income and part-time, full-time, or on target for your car. It all is based on IPAs.
You guys, I cannot stress to you enough, if you will track this for 4 weeks in a row, it'll change your business. I'm just saying. You can say, well, that's kind of old fashioned, or I don't really want to track stuff. All right. But if you track it for 4 weeks in a row, it will change the face of your business, literally. Okay. Talk to us about stars, girl. Are you going to be okay talking, Andrea? Are you losing your voice?
Not for long. I'll talk a little bit, but then I'll have to have other people jump in. But Star, you guys, it's going to be here before you know it.
Yep.
And when you snooze, you lose. And I have always loved having a calm finish to the Star, to the seminar year, to the month end, but it all goes to the very beginning of the race. So how are you doing on Star? You want to put that in your calendar each week. Start checking how you're doing, because 600 every month for 3 months in a row really earns you that Star position over and over. And some of y'all, it's the sweat Star. In the very beginning, we can get started, but then we got to sweat it out and we got to make it happen. And that's when you really see what you're made of. So I'm proud of you.
Yay. And you guys, who knows what a month and 3 days it is? In a month and 3 days.
Yeah. Valentine's?
Amy. Valentine's Day. I'm getting good at my lip reading. Valentine's Day, you guys, this is your opportunity to contact all your customers. I'm talking, contact the women and say, have your man call me for Valentine's Day. If he did not score big time for Hanukkah or Christmas, this is his chance to redeem himself. And if you feel comfortable enough to talk to the men themselves, say, do you need to kind of check the hero box for February? Because you don't have another opportunity until May, which is Mother's Day. Okay. So you guys start working on Valentine's Day. We talked to you guys at Christmas about when you wrap things, use pink and red, but don't use a lot of Christmassy kind of looking things. So this is where you go and you look at what you have and you say, you know, can I make this look Valentine's-y? And I think I can reach this. Well, it fell. Okay, it fell. But that's why in my ribbons and everything, I use pink, I use red, I use gold, I use silver, and try not to put a lot of Christmas trees on things, but start working Valentine's Day. You could literally have a $10,000 Valentine's Day, literally. Okay. Figure out how many customers you have, figure out how many of them have a man in their life, a father, a son. I was going to say father, son, Holy Spirit, father, son, a husband, a boyfriend, maybe both. Hit it twice there. But start by talking to the women. If you don't feel comfortable talking to the men, talk to the women and say, hey, girlfriend, do you want to send your husband my information and I can square him away for Valentine's Day? And if they say, well, I'm going to get her flowers. I don't know if you guys know what's happening out there in the real world, but if you go to a florist right now and you get a bouquet of flowers, instead of spending 40 to 60, you're going to spend over 100. And you can tell him instead of spending $100 on flowers that are going to be dead in a week, why not invest in $100 gift certificate that she can use on products that will last for the next 2 to 3 years? And then stop talking. They'll see the light. If they don't, they're just not that smart. Okay. And you can finish your star, but I want you guys to set a selling goal for Valentine's Day. It's a month and 3 days from today. Okay. I want to talk to you guys about our January announcements. So very quickly, we are having a guest event on the 25th. We'll talk about that more in a few minutes. Spring preferred customer program due date. It's due, like the last day is January 17th. I've already done mine because you can add more names up until the 17th. But if you wait until the 18th, you miss out. And you guys, they mail them the lookbook. It's beautiful. And with people not getting mail right now and everything being virtual and everything being on the internet, you know, it's something about getting that magazine and having it in your hand. I still get my Good Housekeeping because, you know, they're huge on Mary Kay, and Self Magazine, they're huge on Mary Kay. So, you know, these are things that people like. They still like to get those things in their hand. And then you can do a virtual party and say, open up your lookbook. All right. Also want to really encourage you guys to look at this daily schedule and figure out how you can work this schedule. Even if you just pick one thing a week, do a trash bash, do a girls' night out, do muffins and makeovers, however you want to do it. And you can do it virtually because you can have people in front of you for real, and then they can invite their friends out of town and they can get to visit with them. So take advantage. Everybody knows how to do Zoom. Everybody knows how to do Google Meets. Everybody knows how to do Facebook Live now. Everybody is really in tune with how these different operations work. So please utilize them and let's make your business happen. Okay, Andrea, what are we going to get if we're consistent January through June?
Well, you've got your gorgeous necklace over to the left, and the other that's actually a bracelet, will be from January to June at the 600 level. You'll earn this and then some bracelet, which matches the earrings and from the fall and the year-long contest, which is the necklace.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Andrea. Try not to let her talk too much. Okay, I'll talk about this. So power up your team with team building. January through March, you can earn a bracelet. Y'all, they're constantly giving us jewelry, right? And you're getting commissions and you're getting bonuses. But when you have a qualified order, January, February, March, you sell enough product, at least $1,200 in January, February, and March to do your qualified order to earn your jewelry. And you have 3 Great Start qualified team members, January through March, you'll get this gorgeous bracelet. And then Andrea did such a beautiful job last week talking about My MK Life. It goes from January 3rd last week to February 28th. You can enter in the hashtag My MK Life social media challenge. Here are all the rules. All of this came right off In Touch. Have fun with this. Some of you guys love to do this kind of stuff. You love Instagram, you love Facebook, you're savvy at it. Go ahead and do this and talk about how much you love your Mary Kay business, the flexibility, and how awesome it is. Just today, I read an email from a friend of mine who sent me like her bio because she's going to be a speaker at one of my luncheons. And she talked about being a teacher and how much she liked being a teacher. but she also put the negatives of being a teacher. You have to be at work at 7:30 every morning. You don't get bathroom breaks. You really don't get a lunch break. You don't, and I'm reading this and I'm like, you wonder why people stay in education. So start talking to people now and get them excited about it. Now, Andrea, you just sent me a boxer, but I'm not sure. Oh, trending. And you, okay, go ahead and talk about that because I'm a little fuzzy on that.
Sure, sure. I just want to encourage all of us, and I've been really bad, so I'm going to take this more for, I'm speaking to myself. Let's really embrace this, because the reason Mary Kay does challenges is to help our overall brand. And when we're seen on social media, when we're trending, then the buzz grows. Then when you're talking to people, there's less, I don't think so. There's less I use blank brand, because they have seen us on social media and everybody's talking about it. So really, let's pinky promise that all of us will take a moment multiple times this week to do something on Instagram or on our personal Facebook page and hashtag #MyMKLife, and make sure you tag Mary Kay US.
Okay, so that was really good. And I wasn't sure what you were saying there, but you are so right, because the more we're out there, the more we are admired and respected. Career conference, you guys, I already had a question. Is there going to be an option for career conference to go virtual? Amy, did you get an answer on that? Do what?
No, I did not get an answer yet.
Okay, all right. At this point, they're not offering a virtual option, but that's not to say that they won't offer it. So let's stay in the loop on that. But for right now, let's try to plan it. And I know your concern is that the nearest one to you is so far away. And I totally get that. So we will talk more about that as it gets closer. Maybe it just means that you need to just take
Come to San Diego.
come to Phoenix. Girl, don't be stealing my peeps. All right. Career conference luncheon. When you have 2 Great Start qualified from January till February, you will qualify for the luncheon. You do not want to eat with the regular people hustling up and down the hallways, trying to find a little hot dog or some snacks or sitting on the floor in your skirt. You want to sit down to Crystal and China and the winners. So get going on this. I know Sayonara is already working on it. She's already been texting me and boxering me. I got a girl I want you to talk to. So she is on top of this. You guys who have been to career conference before know it makes a huge difference to just walk into a luncheon, sit down, put your things down, have your coffee, have your tea, have your ice water, have your platter. It's so nice. It's just so nice. Huh. Okay, so we are looking for 5 people to be a red jacket, brand new red jacket by the end of February. I want to know who it's going to be, either brand new or re-earn your red jacket if you've been a red jacket before. So you guys, if you're going for these contests, you're going for the luncheon, you're going for the luncheon. And you're like, well, if I'm going to do the luncheon, I might as well go ahead and get the team building challenge. Then it all overlaps and you qualify for everything and you'll be in your red jacket. And that's just so stinking cool. All right. We do want to always give kudos to our girls who have achieved the July through December. So proud of these ladies. You guys did it. And I know you're going to do it again. These earrings are to die for. Love them. And of course, we always want to focus on dream. We are making our dreams come true in 2022. So let's see, where do you want to land the end of this month? You guys, so much can be done in the next 3 weeks. So much. Don't say, well, the month's already started and it's too late and I've already talked to everybody. You could meet someone tomorrow that reminds you of that woman in the Superwoman video and you go, that's my girl. She's at work till after 7 o'clock at night. Her kids are texting her. She misses putting them to bed. These are the women I want you guys to talk to. Go for a medal. Go for the bronze, go for the silver, go for the gold. These are great charms to get. And when you're a gold medal winner, you actually get your name in the Applause magazine, which is really pretty cool, I have to tell you. Okay. All right, so these are our senior consultant teams. These are red jackets. I'm tired of looking at the same people. Come on, I love these women, but y'all, come on, I'm tired of these faces. Let's get some new faces on here. Okay, our team leader, and of course, we want to celebrate Sayonara. I'm like, girl, when you gonna go into DIQ? All right, I want everybody right now. I'm gonna stop the share. I want you to unmute yourself right now. Where did Sayonara go? There she is. I want y'all to look at Sayonara wherever she's on your screen. Come on, unmute. Everybody unmute. Come on.
Okay,
I
hold
know
on,
your
hold on.
voices. I know Dee's voice. Come on. I know Alice's voice. I want y'all to look at Sayonara and say, girl, when you going into DIQ? Say it.
Girl, when you
Girl, when you
going to DIQ?
All right, when you going to DIQ, girl? Come on. You're on mute.
Unmute yourself, girl. Stand up and tell us. And don't tell me I go to Brazil twice a year for 6 weeks. Go build in Brazil once you're a director.
Dang,
You know,
yeah.
y'all, that's the beautiful thing about being director. Once you're a director, you can go build in other countries. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at
youngest-
Zulema now.
The quickest national who is a man is from Brazil. In 18 months, he started Mary Kay and is a national sales director.
I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna get off my little box now, but let's just look at this woman for a minute. I want everyone to lay hands on your screen. And we are praying that Sayonara sees the light, the pink light at the end of the tunnel. I know she can do it. She knows she can do it. It's just between the ears. All right, enough pressure. We just want Sayonara in this lineup. All right, let's do our pop points.
Yeah.
And then we've got some really fun
Amen.
things to do training on. All right, she's saying amen. All right, I am going to send you, Sayonara, I'm going to start sending you a boxer every day. You are the most fabulous director in the world. You are a pink Cadillac director. You are changing lives all over Atlanta. And now you're stepping into Brazil. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay. All right. So let's do our pop points. So this is our pop points. We actually start like the 3rd of January is where it'll start. And then it'll go through January 31st. So y'all will actually have almost 5 weeks to get pop points this month. Ignore that. Ignore this little thing up here. I forgot to change it. You get 10 points for being on live tonight. 10 points on your January pop form. You get 10 points for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet. Now, I want to ask y'all something. Fran, if you turned yours in, or Chrissy, you turned yours in for the week ending Sunday, give yourself 10 points. I just today remembered to add you guys. That's what my life is like right now. Okay. So you are added into my system. I can't see all your stuff, but I can see when you've turned in your weekly accomplishments. So please, please, please make sure that you give yourself 10 points if you did it for the week ending January 9th. And you guys always make sure you check that date at the top. You get 10 points for every new face, okay? These are faces you've never done before, and it's full circle. You put the product on their face, you tell them about Mary Kay, and you close the sale. It can be done in 25 minutes, yes, but it's a full circle appointment. All right, let's see who our queens are. Everybody do drum roll. Do that a long time. Okay, yeah, be impressed. Woo! Amy Paul. And we're going to hear from her in a few minutes. So I'm so excited. She had over a $500 week, and Vicki Starwalt and Sayonara both had star weeks. Give them a big round of applause. We are so excited. If we were in a live meeting, they'd all be getting prizes, but instead they're getting points. So Vicki and Sayonara, give yourself 10 points. Amy, give yourself 20 points for your January pop form. Very exciting. Now remember, any week that you do 3 new full circle faces, 3 sharing interviews with your director, and 300 in sales, you get 50 points. 50 points. Yeah, that's almost how old I am. Okay, 50 points. Okay, Andrea, don't you laugh. Okay, you get 50 points when you have a Great Start qualified team member. Okay, 50 points. Make it happen. All right, y'all know January 3rd through January 31st, we'll have our queens and our pop stars and their courts. Everybody gets points just for basically showing up. And then Andrea, I'm gonna hold your voice for a minute. These were our first quarter stars, whoop, whoop. So proud of these women. Then second quarter stars. So a lot of y'all are on target for 4-quarter star right now, okay? And then I just want to give a shout out. I went to the slideshow and I was like, you know what? We did not give enough attention to these women. So I just want to give another shout out to Fran and Chrissy and Dee. You guys are rocking it in Andrea's Amazing Graces. And I'm so proud of y'all. As your grandmother and Mary Kay, I'm so stinking proud of y'all. And so I just am really, really excited that you guys hit this for mid-year. And I know that you are working on wrapping it up by June 30th. And then our court of retail sales, Amy Paul was our mid-year queen. And then Vicky, Jamie, Sayonara, Zulema, and Marsha. This is based on your orders to Mary Kay. And then your court, what happened here? Oh, okay. Quarter retail sales. Stuff's fading in and out. That's kind of cool. Our mid-year most improved is Amy Pa. Our consistency club, Vicky, Amy, Jamie, and Marsha. You guys are rocking it. And then on target 4-quarter stars. So proud of you guys. Okay, now look, this is still as of December 31st. You can see where everyone ranks as far as the Princess Court of Sales or sharing. Go for the double court. This is Princess Court. So Princess Court is 20,000 retail and or 12 Great Start qualified team members. If you have your 3 between now and the end of March to re-earn or earn your red jacket and to get all the prizes at Career Conference, you'll be 1/4 of the way there. So if you can do 3, you can do 12. I'm telling you right now. Perfect Start and Power Start, y'all know what these are. What level are you committing to? We keep showing this over and over. Why? Because just like the IPAs, let's go back. How fast can I go back? Going back as fast as I can. Just like the IPAs, if you will do this for 4 weeks, I promise you it will change the face of your business. It is proven time and time and time again. You cannot reinvent this wheel. And, you know, this, we have little tweaks and little contests and fun little things that we do that are new and improved and all that. I'm telling you guys, it is booking the faces, putting on the product, rebooking the faces for a follow-up facial with friends, and then doing the marketing. And that is everything to our business. That is it. That is the 4 cornerstones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Book, sell, rebook, team build. Those are the four cornerstones. You don't complicate it. Don't try to make it hard. It's not hard. I like that fade in thing. I think I did that on purpose. I'm not sure. All right, we showed you guys that last week. And then I want to go to, is that it? That's it. Andrea, I don't see the flyer on the 25th. Did I miss it?
You just had it.
I did. Hang on.
It's at the top.
Hang on, you guys. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. This is what I get for not looking at it beforehand. I looked at it this morning. Tell me when. Oh, Andrea, talk about this.
All right, you guys, on the 25th, we will have our T3 like we always do. And then at 5:30, so we'll have 1 hour together for training and recognition. And at 5:30, we're going to have our guest event. We will also stream it into probably YouTube. But for right now, y'all voted for Zoom. So everybody who wants to join in live just joins us here, right where we're at. And for the first 15 minutes, we're going to talk about tips and trends for the beauty, just in beauty. And I have interviewed the most amazing Pink Cadillac director, Verlyn Jenkins, and she is from Dallas, Texas. She is going to share not only her tip and trend, and let me just tell you, oh my gosh, I had never heard of it. So that's going to be fun. You're going to want to stay on for that. But everyone who stays, and then at the very end, we get them to just fill out their little questionnaire. They go into the $500 cash drawing when I or Joanna do a follow-up. So it's basically they're listening to the Mary Kay business. We're going to say, what did you think? How did you enjoy it? Who do you know that would be great? What about you? And of course, they will go into that $500 cash drawing, but we're going to do some product giveaways that night. And I believe we're doing our boxes, right, Joe?
Yes.
So we're going to take the 12 days of faves and allow them to choose. And just an FYI, Joe and I have been using our 12 days of faves, and we're putting new products inside of the boxes once they have been chosen. So you never know the great stuff that you're going to walk away with.
I love it. That's so awesome. So you guys, there is no fee to be in this $500 cash giveaway. Okay. So we are so excited about this. It's January, February, and March. And this will be our first guest event for the new year. So make sure, and this flyer, it's on Amazing Graces. But I will put it on. No, it's not yet.
I haven't yet, but I'll do it.
Okay, because we just got this finished. So we'll put it on our Facebook page as well, but make sure that you are inviting people now. It's 2 weeks from tonight. Don't wait until 2 weeks from yesterday to start inviting them. Send a save the date. And this is going to be super, super fun. Okay. All right. We're going to stop our share, and we are now going to really share. So Andrea, where do you want to start? You want to start with D?
Yes, let's start with our product knowledge. I asked Dee to be our infomercial for tonight for product knowledge. So where are you, Miss D? Oh, are you there?
I'm here, I promise.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
my phone is acting kind of wonky, so just give it a second.
It's okay. You don't have to be on video if you have.
There we go.
Great.
Fine. All right, so just forget the brace. Okay, ladies, so guess what? One of my favorite products in Mary Kay is this amazing deep wrinkle filler. Okay, so those 11s, all these lines, and even some of the lines up here, they kind of go deep, but you know what? Not as deep as that pocketbook. I mean, hold on, wait a second. Hold on for a second. This goes deeper. Oh God, how do I have it? Dear Lord. Okay. Rewind. Can I have a rewind, please?
Perfect. Yes, that's why we do this. Excellent. Everybody, kudos to Dee. No worries.
Thank you. Sorry. Having your back fused and then getting right back into it is not easy.
You're doing great.
Okay. So this amazing deep wrinkle filler, it targets the 6 zones of your face. These wrinkles are deep, but you know what? Your pocketbook can handle it, because these wrinkles are going to go a lot deeper, especially when you're back after 50 and your age actually shows. And remember, with Mary Kay, your age is your own business, but how young you look is mine. Okay. And this is going to keep you young and just vibrant, I'm telling you. Okay. So besides that, this actually helps with the appearance, not only with wrinkles in the now, but in the future. Okay, so this is that planning. It's like this pregnancy planning, but it's for your face, not for kids. You like that? I thought so too. Okay, your wrinkles are targeted by retinol. Okay, by show of hands, do we know what retinol is? Okay, great, awesome. So retinol, it's going to help give us a nice young look. This helps those wrinkles out by plumping up the skin that's kind of gotten like the Mariana Trench, just kind of all deep. And it's not going to flake or ball up. So it's going to give you a smooth look before you put on your makeup, before you put on the moisturizer, all that jazz. So I'm going to look younger. I'm going to look smoother. I'm going to look like $1 million, and all with a small little tube. And guess what? It just takes this much. That much. You can't even see it. It's like nanotechnology. Okay, nanotechnology. All right, power at the fingertips, and you get to keep the fountain of youth for the rest of your life. Okay.
So tell everybody how they would apply it. Will you do that for us, sweetie?
Love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the way that you're going to apply it, I'm going to come here closer. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do this. I do have my 11s right here. It happens. So I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna dab it in
Mhm.
right into the wrinkles, and then like magic, just give it a little bit,
Look at
they're
that.
going to disappear.
They're gone.
Do you do
Yeah,
it on your makeup, underneath your makeup? What's the
You do it
recommendation?
under your makeup, put it under your makeup, okay? Clean face, clean your face first, okay? Use it in the morning after you clean your face, and at night after you clean your face. You wanna make sure that you're putting this on with a clean face. That's where it's really going to get into the pores, into the skin layers, and give you the best results.
I love it. Thank you, Dee. Wonderful. Everybody
Oh.
should at least try it. Yes.
Wait a second. One of the best things, 100% of women showed improvements in the appearance of their fine lines and wrinkles just with this. Okay, so don't go spend hundreds of dollars on a facial peel when all you gotta do is get that.
Love it. That was
And
so
you know,
Pocket, it's like my little pocket, like what Pocket Pal? Ooh, Pocket Pals. I just thought of something, Andrea. It's a Pocket Pal.
I love it. Hey, real fast, when I show that at my parties, I use my thumbs. So if you've never, have you ever seen this, Dee?
I can't see.
Okay, well, if you've
Oh,
never
there you are.
seen
I see you now. Yes.
So at the parties, let me stand up for a second because you'll see my chair's moving. You'll see the little wrinkles right here in your thumbs.
Yeah.
So I will show both of my thumbs during a party and I'll say in 5 minutes, the wrinkle filler will actually plump up the wrinkles and you won't see them in one of the fingers. And so it's within 5 minutes, they see the changes. And that is a very good way of demoing it. Great job.
Okay, was that good?
That was excellent. Well done. Well done. Okay, now we're ready to do some takeaways from Ignite.
Well, hang on. I think, Amy, did you have a product to present?
I can certainly do one real fast. You didn't answer me, so I
Oh, I'm
wasn't.
sorry. Okay, we'll do it next
I
week.
can
Don't
do it
worry about
later if you want.
We'll do it next week. Let's go ahead. I want to get your takeaway. So where do you want to start, Andrea?
Well, my screen is at the top. Maybe I'll just say, Vicki, are you sharing from Ignite? Did you? Okay. Raise your hand if you want to share from Ignite, and we're just going to go around. Everybody can share one thing. Dee, we're going to do you next because you just talked. So let somebody else talk first. Who wants to share first?
Yeah, Amy's unmuted already. Let me let Amy go and then Christine can go and then Dee. Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, so I got a lot out of Ignite. I really like the fact that there is a lot of different women, but they all kind of resonated with a lot of the same things, which proves exactly what I think Joe and Dre say. If you've been to seminar, you hear these same themes over and over. And personally, I know them. I just think that sometimes we get busy and we tend to forget the very simple basics that resonate in this business. So Jamie Taylor, first of all, was amazing. And she had a few key points, and I'm going to say that she really wanted you to answer what's holding you back. And I think every single person, and myself included, really has to pay attention to this because it's very important. It can be something, as minute as something in your head that you're not portraying, or that you may feel is holding you back, but it's really not truly what other people are seeing in you. So it can just be something that's just hanging on inside of you. The 6 most important list is resonated through Ann Sherman's presentations, through Kiana Kenny, through Angel Fry, Bridget Moore. I think they all want to say keep it simple. And those are simple points that we all kind of tend to forget because we want to try to do it better, do it bigger. We don't necessarily have to do it better and bigger. We can just simply concentrate on really fine-tuning those little customer service skills, making your phone calls, finding the need and filling it. So that was one really big thing that stood out. Tracking your immediate win, and then what's your next. And what was her name? I think this one was still Jamie Taylor, but she said raise your standard. So create your level a little bit higher and then make your ceiling your floor and keep building up. I really like that one.
Wow, that's good.
10 party week was pretty amazing. And I really appreciated the virtual tips. I know you guys have all helped with that a lot, but it's still one I'm struggling with. Just personally, that's my thing to do better this year is I really have to like fine tune it, and it's in progress. So I really think that is huge, and increasing your confidence. I think, and just for a real quick statement, I had met somebody, and she's the person I facialed this week, and I didn't know her before I really said something to her in a way that I could actually speak about her. So, but the funny thing is I always thought she was a pretty sharp looking lady, and that's what we're supposed to look to, is looking for the ladies that we want to look up. So that is very important to think about what they think about us, because we think some days why should we put on our face, right? We think, is this really necessary? And for me, it's always been my game face. Since I was young in this business and I had my daughter, every day I got up and put on my game face. Why? Because it gave me confidence. It makes us look like we're not going through a situation, even if we are, because nobody looks beyond what's out here. They don't look in and see our heart, our mind. Usually they don't know what's going on behind the scene. So always put on your game face. Her first takeaway was, she said, I loved your makeup. And I said, you should have told me, because, like, there's some days you just really wonder, does it matter? But it does. It really does matter. So ladies, put on your game face, even if you're going out to the store. I'm sure Vicki totally gets what I'm talking about, but put it on, because it helps you present your best face and makes us look more appropriate and more revealing to our customers, so they understand.
Love it. And you know what, Amy? I think one of the things you said, as far as the 6 most important things list, I want to just encourage you guys to tie that to the IPAs. When you make out your 6 most important things list and you do it, see how many of your IPAs you hit as well. Because one of the things that Andrea and I are really trying to do is, instead of saying, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, is if you do this, you just did all of this. If you do this, you just did all of this. Right? So thank you for sharing that, Amy. And just thank you for your time. And next week, I want to hear your product knowledge. Okay.
Got it.
Thank you. And we're so proud of you for being our queen this week. I'm just going to take a picture of you with a crown. You and, everybody who's always a queen, I'm just going to get a crown. Okay. Who else was on Ignite?
And Christine.
Christine, unmute yourself, girl.
Well, Amy covered a lot, but again, everybody just resonated, 6 most, 10 party week, 30 faces in 30 days, do the power start. I really like Jamie Taylor, especially like you have to keep growing. Beyond not quitting is you also must commit to growing. So you can say, I'm not going to quit Mary Kay, but you also have to keep growing. And so it's in big bold letters from my notes. Base the data, that was pretty powerful from her. I loved what you've always done needs to be your floor, not your constant ceiling. So if you're always at 600, you should do the 1,000-month club, or if you're always at 1,000, do quarter sales and always be doing more. Monica Gabot with the Queen of Sales. My mind was blown when she's like, how many times do you text your customer? Hey, did you get the catalog? And you get like 20 or, 5 or 10 sales out of it and you don't get a lot. And she goes, follow up again. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, why would I not have done that before? Like, that was just like, and I'm done. Mind blown. I'm good.
So wait, a
The
minute, are you saying just to follow up more than once? That's what
Yeah,
I heard.
because what was her example? Amy's probably got the numbers written down, but it was like she sold like $200 or $300 out of 4 people, and then she followed up like 2 or 3 days later, and she sold like 3 or 4,000. I think I'd have to go back to re-get the numbers, but I was like, wait, what? I'm leaving money on my table somewhere. I gotta go find that. The VIPs from Angela Fry, you know, theme your customer VIP groups, make it fun. Sharing, of course, having the CEO mentality from Kiana McKinney, that was amazing. And she goes, don't scroll Facebook. So somewhere I'm scrolling Facebook too much. And there where she was like, you have to map to raise the bar. So you have to meditate your affirmations and pray to raise the bar on your belief, your action, and your results. And then increasing your confidence virtually. I had to go back and rewatch that because she had so many great points and things and tips and tricks. Crushing the chatterbox from Susan McCoy. And then of course the legacy with Ann Sherman. And if somebody would have told me Ann Sherman was 80, I would have said you're lying, because there's no way she's 80. So yeah, the biggest takeaway is you have to keep growing. Don't stop.
Good.
I want to throw in something here, because what you just ended with Ann Sherman, you guys think about how many women who have retired from whatever corporate job, and they maybe start with, oh, I'm retired, I'm excited, just to have nothing. But then they don't have anything to look forward to. They don't have any kind of amazing group that's cheering them on. I mean, I love that in our adult life, we can be with Mary Kay forever and we can still set goals. And so I hope that that just resonated with you, because Ann Sherman is one of many of our elders that are just killing it still and earning amazing rewards.
I love it. That was so good, Christine. We're so glad to have you here. Such a pleasure to see your beautiful smile. We've missed you. All right, who else? Ignite. And then we're going to go to, Alice is going to talk about Pacesetters. Who else was on Ignite? Oh, D. Talk to me, baby. Give me that sexy voice, girl.
You asked. They covered it. I also did a lot of, I covered a lot of points in the message for today, the daily hotline. So if anybody has not called yet, call, because a lot of my points are there. Mapping it out and raising your bar, Christine, you said that beautifully. I loved it. So basically the top people that I really enjoyed were Jamie Taylor and Jordan Twilley. I love those two. Especially Jamie Taylor. Holy crap. Angel Fry had a lot of really awesome ideas. So if you're looking for a bunch of ideas, especially how to get your VIP Facebook group up and running, getting more engagement, just go back to her video. I need to go back because there were just so many ideas. I couldn't write them all down in time. But what I messed up on with the daily hotline today, or at least I think I did. Jordan Twilley, she said, don't ask if you want to have a Mary Kay business. Instead, because sometimes we get a little funny with that in our mind, ask, would you want to work with me instead? Because it's all about working together. We each have our own businesses, and yet we're still supporting each other. And for me, I don't know if this goes for anybody else, but I love the fact that instead of just like holding my own business, I'm working in a pink bubble. We all have our businesses and we all support each other, and we're all reaching toward a goal. We want Andrea to have a Cadillac unit. We want to help you reach your goals, and we're reaching our goals at the same time. And that has helped me a ton, because I don't like being in business for myself. I love helping others. And so I've had to really mess around with that in my brain, because I don't like the feeling of being alone. And I think initially that's what it was like, because I started this, and Joe, you were there when I said, I'm leaving my husband, and you're like, okay, what do we got to do? What do we got to do? And, it's scary. And so I think after a few years of just reworking it and reframing it in my brain, it's like, no, I'm not in it just for myself. I'm helping others at the same time. And that's really what that has helped me out. And I think the final point is what really got me, besides raising your standard, and I'm actually, that's my goal this year, is raising my standard, and not letting my anxiety or my depression or my back injury define me. Just that's all gone. It's me, because I control my life and I'm going to be my own CEO. And last year I realized I wouldn't have hired me to be my own CEO. I wouldn't have, because I didn't think I was a great CEO. And Joe, on top of that, you said, anybody who doubts you, do they pay your bills? Do you look up to them? Are they going to help you? Like, are you going to get promoted by them? Then why the hell are you listening to them? You know, unless they're doing things for you, unless they're paying your bills or something, it doesn't matter what they think. You're the CEO. And you just need to walk your own walk and do your own talk, because when you're in line with who you are and your own business and your values and just your vision, you're going to rise above and they're going to be looking up to you.
Right. It's good.
And so I've struggled with that, I think, my entire life. And my fear, I finally realized what my fear was, Andrea. I have a fear of not being good enough.
Mm.
I fear that no matter how hard I try, I'm going to mess it up. I'm for somebody, or it's never going to be good enough. I'm never going to be enough. And I just kind of have to kick that thought to the curb, because it hasn't served me my entire life. And it's like, I have to let that go now, because I know I can do better. I can be better. I've helped other businesses and my friends go above and beyond. And with my ex, I had a business, and Adam asked me, yeah, how far did that get you? You have your back is now out after 2 surgeries, and you're never going to have that, your back is never going to be the same again. And I'm like, I know. I put my heart and soul into a business that we had together, and look where I ended up. And I'm like, it wasn't worth it. So I'm done with other people's, well, not done with your dreams. I'm focusing on me, and my dreams resonate with your dreams and what we have together as a collective. So I am now jumping into the CEO seat, and it's like, yeah.
And aligning your dreams with someone else who has big dreams, that creates, that plane takes off and it just coasts in the sky. That's great, Dee. Thank you for sharing your heart. And I think everybody's like, when you say things like, I'm afraid of failure, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that, everybody is. Like, some things, some of those things, maybe more than others, afraid of rejection, afraid that people are going to say, oh my gosh, here she comes, or, afraid that you're going to be scary Kay, not Mary Kay, afraid you're going to fail. Those fears resonate with all of us. And when you hear someone confident and super sharp like Dee say it, it almost makes you feel like, okay, we are all in this together. We're all in this together. Okay, I won't sing. All right, Fran, tell us about Ignite. Whoop, whoop.
Okay, I am so glad that they recorded it, because I couldn't be there Saturday when it was going on, but I went back and watched it all in pieces. And what's her name? Ann Sherman, the one that talked about Mary Kay, made Mary Kay be real for me, because I, never knew her. She's been gone. And, it's like, oh, wow, she's a real person, and she made her real for me.
Good.
Also, the lady that did the going viral, very informative to me. She had a lot of points that made sense, and I took to heart. And all the ladies were, really good. The Monica lady, I've been kind of following her and getting tips from her. I really, so, and what's so great about it, they had so many different people that everybody could get something from somebody. You may not have gotten something from, whatever, but somebody else really thought that they were great. So they had a very good mix of people that it was a good program.
That's great. Thank you for sharing, Fran. That was your first big Mary Kay event. So
Oh, okay.
yay. We're proud of you for doing that. Good for you. Okay. And then I think Chrissy, did you do Ignite, honey?
Yes, I'm similar to Fran. I didn't watch it live, but I've been catching up with the recordings and they were amazing. Jamie Taylor blew me away. And you guys have kind of said everything already, but the two things that stood out for me from Jamie that haven't been mentioned is be accountable to a trusted mentor. And so we are so lucky to have Andrea and Joanna. So I am very thankful I have you, Andrea, because you are my trusted mentor. If you didn't know that, you are. And envision who you want to be. So, and even today, I was like, okay, I need to do this. So what would Andrea do? Or what would whoever that you look up to, what would they do? And do that. Because it sure as heck isn't sitting around doing nothing. So, or thinking about it, it is actually doing something. Stop thinking about it and do it. So I envisage what somebody really good at this business would do and go do that.
Love it.
But
And Chrissy, here's a little tip. If you ever feel like, oh, I should talk to that woman, she looks so sharp, just say to yourself, instead of thinking about it, just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and do it.
Yeah, just
5, 4,
do
3,
it.
2, 1.
Nike, just do it.
Count it backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick up the phone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go talk to that woman, because you never know who God brings into your life for you to specifically bless.
Yeah.
And by the way, girlfriend, I said this to you in the private chat. You look good in those earrings.
Oh, thank you.
You are styling tonight. I like it. You look sharp.
Well, I finally remembered that. So I got ready in time.
Yay. Well, you're
Yay.
awesome. You're awesome. Put on your suit and walk out the door. Okay.
And my husband is loving the Mary Kay because I'm putting makeup on every day, which is like, I don't normally. So I'm learning how to do this. So.
That's right. It's a journey. It's a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You're doing great, girl.
Thank you.
Who else was on Ignite in any way, shape, or form that can share? Anybody else? Okay. So Alice, Andrea had talked about being on Pacesetters. If y'all do Pacesetters, though, you just have to say you're in her unit, okay? Because she's doing that for us. But I just have to make sure Andrea's not sending me a message like, you talk too much, because I do. So Alice, tell us about Pacesetters and what is that looking like to you? Oh.
It's really, I'm emotional tonight because there is a lot that's on my brain, my mind right now, overwhelmed with stuff. One thing that's really, this Pacesetter, while I'm just now getting started with it, I can see where it's going to be huge for me. Good. Because it's going to help me to refocus. I have been so focused on what's going on in the world, in our country right now, and especially when it's affecting what my life could be like. Worried about my freedom, or if that's going to be taken away from me. Things that, unless you've gone through that or have a history where you did have the freedom, you don't know how scary America is right now. So my brain has been all over the place, fearing that. Thank you so much, Andrea, for sharing this Pacesetter, because when I went there, I saw a diversity of women, which gave me hope. And not only that, it helped me to unwind the overwhelm
Mhm.
It's giving us a weekly assignment that's easy to do. And Mary Kay is saving my sanity right now because of this Pacesetter. I have joined Pacesetters before and I never finished. But this one I'm really excited about because it is a slower pace. It's tons of different women. The women are engineers and PhD, and they're directors. And it's just giving me a whole new, it's giving me a whole new release on Mary Kay and what Mary Kay can do for me. So I'm excited about it. I'm just now getting started, but it has really helped me to calm myself a little bit. So Mary Kay is still loving on us here because of this Pacesetter group that you shared with us. It's going to be great for me. I know I'm going to complete this. I know I'm going to finish it because it already feels right. It feels today already. I reached out to 2 people that I would have never had the courage to reach out to. One person was, I was changing my phone plan, my mobile phone plan, and I got this lady's email address. And I'm going to send her some information. So it's already working for me. I've been in a slump for many, many months, but I can feel I'm renewed. And this Pacesetter just seems to have the right pace for me. If you guys have not taken a look at it, I would encourage you to do that. It's not fast. It's not, all over the place. And I'm just now getting started. I have to get caught up because every week they have a session on Sundays. Every Sunday they have a session, a half-hour session, and they give you homework to do. But the homework is not that hard. It's not that much. It's not overwhelming. So it's really helping me to not be so overwhelmed. I was all wound up, and then I went on Facebook to this Pacesetter, and it was like I just went, phew. And that is huge for me right now. Huge. So I know I'm going to be successful in this one. I can feel it already. So Joanna, you're going to see a new Alice as far as you're a consultant. And I really, really want to help you get to national.
All right. Well, Alice, I feel your energy. I feel your passion. And you and I have had several conversations about what's going on in your world versus what would be someone else's world. And I appreciate your transparency. And you are such a class act. You're such a class act. And girl, we need you in the director's suit to show other women how to navigate this and do some of the things that you and I have had long conversations about.
Well, I am honored. In fact, after the call tonight, I'm going to go back to Pacesetters and watch the video and do some of the homework.
Okay. That's good. That's your assignment. Yay. Okay. Alice, Andrea is going to bring it home for us. And we are going to wrap this up. And we are, gosh, guys, we are actually a few minutes early. So I'm excited. So go ahead, Andrea, with your sexy girl voice.
Oh, I know, right? You should have heard me this morning. I sound like a big old
I did hear you this morning. I'm like,
yeah, that's right.
What is that?
Hey, just to jump on what Alice said, Pacesetters just started. And even if you missed 1 week, this is an opportunity if you feel like I need something. And the accountability is a part of, sometimes y'all don't want to talk to me, to Joe and I, and we want you to, but we know you're just not ready, but you've got to find accountability somewhere. So feel free to jump in. You don't have to wait, or it's not too late. So that's that. I did want to just acknowledge, give yourself a little pat on the back for dressing so professionally today. When you show up, as Chrissy and Dee said, you show up and you present your best face forward. And Amy, she said, put on your game face. It just changes who you be, right? And when you, it just changes your confidence, and women follow confidence. And so sometimes we do have to fake it till we become it. And I did have 2 points as we close. Number one, as you're getting into action, the first couple calls might be it's always the hardest, the first one, but then it gets easier and it gets easier. And I was on my 15th call today, and I started finding people that I had not talked to in 7 months. And I was tracking the amount. I always dial 8 times or call them 8 times and then do a text message. And I noticed I was on the 7th and I hadn't given them that last opportunity. And so I do want you to know that just keep going. It gets more fun. And some things you can say at those moments is, hey, I don't want to bug you, but I'm about to take you off my list. And if something has changed and you're excited, you could stay on my list. Just call me back. So that's something you can always say in that moment. But last point I wanted to cover tonight is I had a client call me. She's not a top client, but she texted me that she wanted a microdermabrasion. And so turn those requests, turn those questions into a booking opportunity. I said, oh my gosh, I love microdermabrasion. Are you the kind of girl that likes it free, or do you like discounts, or do you just want to pay full price? And she said, well, what do you mean? How could I get it for free? So it allowed me to then talk about being a hostess. And so make sure that you're using these opportunities when people compliment your jewelry. Chrissy, wear that all the time and then say, oh my gosh, my company gave me this diamond or these earrings. Really? What company are you with? It opens conversation. And that's, of course, how we grow our business and meet more people. And that's all I wanted to say. So I just love you all. Give yourselves a big squeeze because we are better together, right? And you showing up changes all of our lives. So
And
don't ever think that you're not important.
And you guys, when people, when you open up the conversation and you say, I'm with Mary Kay, what do you know of Mary Kay? It continues that conversation. What do you know of Mary Kay? I learned that from Paula Langworthy. So, keep that conversation going. And definitely, we used to say after 3 times of trying to contact them, drop them, say wrinkles to you. But really, Andrea has trained on this before. Those 8, it takes 8 contacts. If you're going to be a CEO, 8 contacts, so track it. But I'm excited about next week because we are going to do some serious coaching. We are going to get nitty gritty with some serious coaching. So would you please Voxer me, text me, or email me what questions, challenges, or just things you want to know to make your Mary Kay business stronger. And I'm going to take from your suggestions and build the itinerary. So I'm very excited about that. And y'all, please just be saying a prayer for Dee and her healing. Keep praying over Andrea. She's running a very busy household and suffering from a cold. And like Alice said, please pray for our nation. Just in whatever way, shape, or form you pray, whether it's to the universe or the powers, the positive powers that be, or, a living God, really, we need to be in constant prayer over our nation right now. Do y'all know that they're now sending missionaries to our country to help us?
What? I'm sorry. Could I please interject? I don't want to be insensitive, but I'm trying to figure out. I've probably missed out a lot on world news, and I just want to get caught up on what is really going on. What have I missed?
Well, don't just, there are some good, honest news sources. I can text you a few, D, because I know everybody has to go, but there's some really good, truthful, honest news sources out there. So I'll text you a couple of them and that'll help you navigate that.
I really
Amy.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. And anytime you want to have a conversation with Alice, get ready because it's pretty powerful. Amy, yes.
Feel free to call me if you need to.
Send me your number, Alice.
Yeah, just put it in the chat, Alice. Amy.
Thank you.
I just want to say really quickly, because everybody's kind of like resonating on a same vibe here. One more thing, let me just say from Susan McCoy. She was the one that was talking about no disempowering. So this touched home for me. And I think if you ladies will go back and just rewatch her segment, you will be amazed and just take in just hers, but no disempowering. And she said, what are my blind spots? Why are we saying to each other, pull each other down? It's that mental self-negative talk. We have to get rid of it. So she said, very, very important. She said, you have to desire vivid things. Why? Because God said so. She said, happy and able to bless others through my Mary Kay business. So you have to say to yourself, speak what you seek until you see what you said.
Love it. Love it.
Go back and watch Susan McCoy.
Speak it into being. I love that. All right, guys, we could sit here all night. We got to go. I think we already lost Zulema. She's in the car again. So you guys, I love you guys. I respect you. I honor you. And please turn in your weekly accomplishment sheets on Sunday, because I will be doing the slideshow on Monday. And then I will see y'all, if not sooner, a week from tonight. And then 2 weeks from tonight is our guest event. So we'll post that flyer on our Facebook page. Okay, so y'all have access to it. Love you guys. On 3, we're all going to say bye, y'all. Because go dogs. 1, 2, 3.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.